Hello everyone, hello, hope you're doing okay. Welcome to episode 132, I believe it is. Yes, 132 with Stash Watch. Yes, let me just check I've got everything set up. I think I have. Yeah, good stuff. Might get some music going on as well, see if we can do it. Does it work? Hopefully it does, and hope it's not too loud, but do let me know. Yeah, so I'm trying to make sure that my audio's not playing that as well, which will help. There we go, good, alright. Hello there, hello, yes, hello there. This is a surprise, yeah, hello Anne, yes. But basically, I didn't expect to be able to do it this weekend. I've got a bit of time, is the gist of it that I thought I wouldn't have, so there we go, yes. And so hopefully I might be able to do it next Saturday, maybe as well. I'm going on holiday basically next week, so it might be a bit of a busy one, we'll see, is the gist of it. So yeah, I didn't expect to do it this weekend. I didn't think I'd have the free time, but I've managed to get some just as a last minute thing. And I wanted to do it as well because I've got a few things that I want to try and get reviewed today and hopefully out this week, so yes. Good to see you, Anne, good to see you there. Hopefully a nice surprise, hopefully. And Andy, great to see you, Andy. Great, glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. Yeah, not at the gym today. Or are you at the gym today? Maybe you are. But I hope you're doing all right, Andy. Good to see you as well. Good to see you. Maybe Sundays is a better day for you. I'm not sure. Yeah, so good to see you. But it's a difficult one, really, because basically there's always some days are better and for other people and not good for us. It's hard to find the right balance, really, is the gist of it. And good afternoon, Andrew. Well, it's happened. The first Christmas chocolate is in the shops. Goodness me, what is it? The 20th of July, possibly a new record. Mind you, I think July was last year, wasn't it? It was July last year. Don't when in July though. But yeah, honestly, not surprised, I guess. What is it? What have you seen, Andrew? What have you seen? Goodness me. Just walked back from the gym. Nice listening today. Oh, see, yes. Hope you had a good one. Hope you had a good one, Andy. Yeah, hope you had a good session. Goodness me, yes, yeah. I don't know. I used to go on the Sundays, but I found it was just too much on a Sunday. Basically, I started. Not wanting to get up basically because I'd have to go to the gym, so I thought that can't be good. Yeah, the new Maltese is gingerbread. Mini reindeers have been asked. Goodness me, I'm not seeing those. I have to look out for them. The chat is a bit too high up on the screen at the moment. I don't know. It seems to be a bit higher than it used to be. I don't know if I've moved that or not. But anyway, but yeah, Maltese reindeers. Goodness me, mini gingerbread ones. They sound quite. I went to Asda today. I didn't see them. I must admit I wasn't looking for them, so there is a chance I might have missed those. I'm just seeing if I can. Find the, there we go, maybe, no, it's a bit of a difficult one to manoeuvre the chat, I don't know, maybe it's fine, I'll leave it for the moment, see what happens, maybe I can move the camera a bit, maybe that's an easier way to solve the problem. There we go, how about that, maybe that's better, maybe. Right, we'll see how it goes. Alright, yes, went to the range today, decent session of South African Cadbury bars. I'm in the range, goodness me, where's that? I don't No, they had the South African and the Australian Cadbury Dream bars, so I got both, not bad. And yeah, you have to do a comparison there. We've got the Australian one in the backlog to do a comparison with various things, so I'm looking into that. But yeah, we shall see. I don't know if I've got this one before, by the way. Those of you who don't know Stash Watch, well, look at what's new in the stash, what I bought new this week, things like this. I feel like I have reviewed these, but I couldn't remember, and I got them anyway. The border dark chocolate oranges. Yes, zesty, chunky biscuits coated in rich dark chocolate. It said they were new. I feel like I have reviewed these ones, but I couldn't remember. So I got them just in case, basically. Yes, for the moments that matter, it says. Certainly are. So yeah, so basically, Stash Watch says what I've got new in the stash. There's a couple of specific things I want to get reviewed today and get reviewed this week, really. Look forward to trying those, but I imagine gingerbread taste will be very slight. Yeah, an interesting one. I think it'll be an interesting one to try for sure. Certainly a very Christmassy one. Usually, sometimes the Christmas ones they bring out early. And not really that Christmassy, they're just that they've got Christmas packaging, but that one specifically is a Christmassy one, isn't it? So, interesting one, yeah. Looking forward to giving that a try, we'll see. Hopefully it'll be nice, but like you say, might be a bit of it's a funny one as well, isn't it? Because of course it's got like a bit of a malty flavour as well, so will it sort of work? Yeah, I don't know, very strange that one. Interesting one, interesting. Another one I got, I don't know if this was in the stash, I'm sure I've had it for a couple of weeks now, so I think I missed out on the stash watch, is the Milky Way cake bars as well. Yes, these are ones I want to get reviewed as well. I'll have to try to do those today. Very nice. A light sponge cake with a creamy filling covered in milk chocolate. There you go. A 10-pack as well. Goodness me, I would have preferred to get a 5-pack or whatever, but 10-pack is what I ended up getting, so there we go. Look at an interesting one there. Milky Way cake bars. I mean, I will, but you know, is it going to be Milky Way really? I mean, look at it. It doesn't look like it's going to be anything like Milky Way, does it? But you never know. You never know. We could be surprised. We shall see. But yeah. Some new Maltesers gingerbread. Quite interesting. I quite like the way Maltesers are doing lots of different things at the moment. I feel that's quite interesting, isn't it? You know, they're not just you know, you do get, it's a strange one, because Maltesers, you wouldn't say there's that much room for doing many different things, but they seem to manage it, don't they? I mean, obviously the white chocolate one, dark chocolate one, but, you know, Interesting. July is usually when the first Xmas chocolates come out. Usually farm food starts it off, but Asda have gotten in there earlier this year. Kevin's doing a Dairy Milk Biscoff advent calendar. Oh, interesting, okay. That'll be, I wonder, is it, well, we'll see what that's like. Is it going to be just, I prefer, basically, is every door just going to be Dairy Milk Biscoff? Or just Dairy Milk and Dairy Milk Biscoff. So yeah, I have to see about that. My advent calendars, I do want them to be varied really these days. So we'll see. So I don't know if it'll be one I'll get for sure, but I'm glad that they're doing it. So I'm going all in on the Biscoff. Yeah. Here's the ones. Well, speaking of 10-pack sizes for Cadbury cake bars. There's mini roll ones. Mini roll caramel. It says the new. I don't know. Yeah, they've actually got caramel in there. Yeah, so that's a game changer, isn't it? Because often the problem with these things is it's just flavoured caramel centre. It's actually got caramel in there, or at least it looks like it actually has caramel in there. Caramel flavour filling, it says, and caramel sauce. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that because I'm sure they've done a caramel before. They did a caramel cake bar, didn't they? I don't think they did a caramel mini roll. So this looks pretty good. It's Cadbury caramel. So I think that's a pretty nice one. I saw that one today, literally today. You got it in Asda as well. Yes, Milky Way cake bars. Hello there, FFP. Hope you're doing well. Will they skimp on the cream nougat? Definitely. You won't have anything at all to do with Milky Way, I imagine. It's just got some kind of cream topper. So what's it say? With a creamy filling, it says. Light sponge cake with a creamy filling. So basically, you know, is it going to be? What's it going to be like? I don't know. So will it taste anything like Milky Way? I don't think it will. But you never know. Maybe flavoured like it, presumably. But I don't get it. Yeah. I see Cadbury's released the Biscoff Dairy Milk in a giant bar form. Yes. There was a few weird ones, wasn't there, with the weightage of this? I remember, Alan. There was something. I think I had it like there was 105 grams. You had 100 grams or something like that. Or I had 100. You had 90 in one bar in one place, which was strange. Hope had a chunk appeal that the regular bar is lacking. Yeah, fingers crossed. I think for me, I didn't mind it really, but I know a lot of people thought it was a bit too subtle, the Biscoff flavour. But yeah, I think, but yes, it was a bit of a flatter bar, wasn't it, for sure? So can't go wrong with increasing that. Yeah, but I didn't mind the bar too much really. I thought it was, I felt it balanced itself quite right. But I think a lot of people wanted Biscoff. I found that most things with Biscoff in there are quite subtle anyway. I've always found Biscoff quite a subtle flavour whenever it's been in anything. Even those like massive ones with loads of Biscoff paste in. Cadbury also doing a Biscoff advent calendar this year with 12 chunks of plain dairy milk and 12 chunks of dairy milk with Biscoff spread and crunchy Biscoff pieces. Interested, yeah. So they're going for the Biscoff spread in there as well. That's an interesting one. So I wonder if that'll be a new bar come out, because the one that they currently do is Biscoff crunchy pieces, isn't it? So maybe that's a hint at a new bar, perhaps. That'd be good. So basically, there was a Biscoff bar, wasn't there? Biscoff spread and Biscoff crunchy pieces in. So yeah, maybe that's the new one. Now I feel like I've done these before as well, but again, I couldn't be sure. I think I did a mint and I think I've done the mint ones of these and the orange ones before. Orange flavour, so I got them at the same time. You can see there's a mint one on the back. I'm sure I've done them both before, but it looked, it seems to have like orange pieces in the thing, so I think that's just cake bits in there really. But anyway, I got this one, so maybe I've already done that one. I won't do it again, I think. I think calendar sounds interesting. It does sound interesting. As I say, it's hinting at a new bar there, a new Biscoff Cadbury bar. That sounds very good. I didn't detect much taste of the Biscoff in Dairy Milk bar, but the official Biscoff white bar was very good. I prefer the texture of the crunchy pieces. Yeah, I found it quite subtle. I didn't mind. I know Scotty really liked the white one as well. I don't know. The one that I found the best was the ice cream sticks that they did. That really stood out to me. But I found most other things. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know whether I think those bars I wasn't massively mad on, I must say. I know I think yourself and Scotty really enjoyed them, especially the white chocolate one. But I don't know, it didn't do it for me, and I felt they were quite subtle as well. And I think the what's the other one? There was another one. Just generally anyway, Biscoff spread, I think. Yeah, I don't know. But I found the dairy milk one. It was kind of what I was expecting, because the dairy milk is quite a strong taste anyway. So I thought, if it's going to be dairy milk, it's got to have a dairy milk taste, and I found it just balanced just about right. But I think if you're expecting a stronger Biscoff taste, yeah, it would struggle with the dairy milk, I think, for sure. Yeah, so there we go. So interesting one. We'll see what happens. I did so maybe relatively short stash watch today. I'm not sure, it depends really, but I've got quite a lot really. But I'll save the best till last. But we've got these ones as well today. Yes, Swizzle's Marvellous Mallows Drumstick. Look at that. So there's like very light these ones. Original raspberry and milk flavoured mallow in a crispy wafer sandwich. All right, interesting one these ones. So I found these today. It's already gone out of date there, 45th, 2026. So yeah, so there we are. So basically a sort of Mallory sensor. So are these suitable for vegetarians? Let's have a look. Can't see for sure. I can't tell. So it could, with that crimping, it's definitely difficult to. Beef gelatin, there you go. You can just about make out beef gelatin there. So yeah, not suitable for vegetarians, those ones. By obviously default vegans as well. So there we go. So beef gelatin. So yeah, so then I had another one as well. Got these other ones. Same thing, but in cones. Cool cones, it says. Alright, so basically the same thing. Exactly the same thing, really, but in a cone form. You can kind of see them through it there, through the packaging. So another interesting one. So again, I think it's the same thing. Presumably we've got beef gelatin in there, presumably, maybe it has. Yeah, beef gelatin there again. So it seems to be a quite similar thing. So raspberry and milk flavour mallow in wafer cone with a white chocolate flavour coating. Right. So they look quite relatively interesting. Home bargains have a white chocolate Dubai style chocolate bar. Not seen one of those before. You can tell the trend is ending because the shelves are full of Dubai chocolate now. Not selling as quickly. Yeah, definitely. I need to get my Dubai chocolate special out this week. I think, hopefully, if I can. I think Molly said that angel, whatever it was taken over as an angel hair, whatever it is. But even that, I reckon that won't catch on as much. I think people, I think the one of them caught on. I don't think the other one will catch on, but you never know. Hello, Scotty. Just off the ferry from France, a place called Luz. Waiting for train, or Lou, I don't know. Yeah, waiting for train to London. Enjoy. I hope you had a nice time, Scotty. You sound not too bad. How was your any chocolate antics in France or any antics? What's about that weird angel hair chocolate? Yeah, weird. Yeah, I'm not seeing that myself yet. I'll look out for it. I will look out for it. Oh, thank you very much, FFP. Very nice. Thank you to say. Keep up the good work. Great channel. Oh, thank you very much. Glad you're enjoying it. Really glad you're enjoying it. Yeah. Oh, very, very nice to hear as well. I'm glad you made the live as well. We have seen you before, haven't we? You have been on the live before. I remember chatting to you before. So yes, but good to see you again. Yeah, good to see you again. I had a bit of these ones here. So these Lyles. Look at this as well. Golden syrup flapjacks. Gooey and generous. It says. Chocolate flapjacks. You can see there. Chocolate chips. It says they're made with Lyle's golden syrup. That's a massive tub thing you can get, so quite interesting. There we go. Look quite nice these, don't they? You can see. There we go. And we also had a bit of a similar affair going on as well, but these ones are the chocolate chips, I think. Green generous flapjacks. There we go. So these ones are chocolate ones. These are basically the same. But yeah, so flapjacks are always quite nice. You never blow your socks off flapjacks, do they? They never blow your socks off. But whenever you have them, they're actually quite nice, aren't they? It's a funny one, flapjacks, really. Yeah. Yes, once before. Oh, well, great to see you back. Great to see you back. I know maybe Saturdays on the live is a bit difficult for you to make usually. I know Andy was popped in before. He doesn't often be able to make some of the lives. So yeah, so good to see you. I know it's a difficult one really. I'd like to do different days and things, but it's a hard one to find the right balance is the gist of it. That flapjack in the end could do with more chocolate chips on top. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a see. Yeah, it does look a bit barren. Let's have a look. See. Yeah, you can see it's compared to that one. Yeah, you can see it's not as many on them, is there, for sure. Maybe just been spoiled with that middle one, but it definitely looks. Maybe always put the one in the middle of the window the best. Yeah, see. But it's a friend next to it. It's covered in them. I quite like a nice flapjack. Yeah. And the flapjacks do hit the spot, I must say. Angel hair chocolate's not taken off. Basically candy floss in a bar. It doesn't sound very nice. The naming of it is not great. You know what I mean? The naming of it is not a great name, I don't think. Oops. Apologies for that. Someone just deciding to drive past quite quick, quite energetically, let's say. I think sort of angel sounds okay, but hair doesn't, and I think I don't know. It's just not a good name. Hair, is it? You don't want hair in any kind of food. So it doesn't evoke a nice experience. That flapjack sounds good as long as they are decent and syrupy. Well, yeah, this is it. You'd like to hope so, wouldn't you? You'd like to hope so. It does give you I like the way as well. It gives you a bit of a side-on view there. I quite like that because it's not high. It's not saying look, it's filled with chocolate chips that are just on the top. I quite like the way it's done that. You know what I mean? I don't think there was any doubt that was the case, but you clearly can see what they're like on the side. And I think that's. I don't know. You might think they're on the inside, but I think it's quite good. And you can say it sort of gives you a nice view of them. So I think that's really good. Yeah, I'm hoping they'll be very nice. I think they will be. I think they can't go too far wrong, can you? Hopefully you can't, anyway. Yeah, the Angel Hair chocolate is a novelty. It doesn't have the visual appeal of the Dubai chocolate. Most of the Angel Hair chocolates are pistachio creamy anyway. Yeah, so it's basically just the same thing, but just with a new name. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you never know, but I think sometimes these fads need to take off, don't they? And I think the Dubai chocolate one took off and is about to land, basically, isn't it? So, you know, a new one's just, not took off at all. I think delayed a couple of hours. So, yeah, one of those, I think. I visited the Lynn shop in France, but nothing took my fancy. Oh, really? I'll say not much space to bring back goodies. Yeah, probably quite difficult as well. Did buy a new flavour, Pringles cream, cheese and herbs. I saw this like a packet of crisps. I think it's a French one. I think it's like mushroom cream. It's all like crisps with mushrooms in there. I'm not sure. I might need to get it. I keep seeing it in Asda, I think it is. I might try and get that at some point. Yeah. But was the Lindor shop pretty much like the UK one, Scotty? I imagine it's probably quite the same. Dubai chocolate, what's your opinion on the Val's success over here in UK and Ireland? I don't think it's too bad actually. I've tried a few of them, so I'm going to do a selection review this week. And obviously I'm not sure all that authentic, but I thought it was generally, the bars I've had that have been based on it have been quite nice. I think they've charged a premium for them though, for no reason. I've quite enjoyed them, what I've had. I thought they were quite nice and a bit different as well. So yeah, some are better than others of course, but one of those. It's so warm here in Newcastle. The room temperature Linda had yesterday was fully melted to the point of being liquid inside. I've had that. The one I had the pistachio ones. I don't think I've put my review out yet. And basically, when I was eating them, if I ate them, they were literally just liquid inside. It was really weird and quite interesting. Very strange. Just literally liquid. And it was bizarre. It was really weird. But yeah, it's quite rainy here in Manchester today. To be honest, we've had quite a lot of rain. Rained a bit yesterday. It was slightly sunny. So we've had a bit of drizzle really. Those tablets should be filled with chocolate chips. At least they're honest, I suppose. Yeah, this is it. At least they're honest. I quite like that. I'm not sure. I feel like they should be filled with them, but I feel like, well, like you say, they're not pretending they are, and so I quite like that really. Yeah, but it would be nice if they were filled with them. I must say. I don't think you ever go wrong with having too much chocolate chips. I aren't used to having to hide chocolate from so much heat. I know it's a nightmare for the channel. Last year it was a couple of weeks, maybe last year, and the year before maybe not, but the year before that I think there was. Yeah, it's a difficult one with the channel, I must say. It does become difficult, it does become difficult. Especially with all the computer equipment and the lights and things, it gets even hotter. So yeah, it's a difficult one, has to be said. But Choc must go on. I can't not review them, unfortunately. But sometimes, I do have to wait a bit of time. So I'm going to try and review some today, hopefully. Yeah, so we'll see. Also got these Harry Potter Haribos as well. What's it say there? Amora. I'm not sure what spell that is, but I had a look to see if there was different packs for different spells, but I think they're all this one. So there you go. So just basically, it looks like Super Mix for Harry Potter edition, because I know they've got the new Harry Potter coming out, haven't they? They've recast them and they're doing a reboot of it. Happy World of Haribo. I don't know if Harry Potter's as popular as it was. Is it still quite? I guess it probably is, isn't it? But I don't know. I feel like because all the people that grew up with it are now in the 30s, probably, aren't they? And so maybe just trying to get a new wave of people. But do those kids read Harry Potter anymore? I know J.K. Rowling's been a bit controversial in recent years, rightly or wrongly. But yeah, those Harry Potter sweets are solid. Big fan of them. Have you tried them then? Have you tried the FFT? Yeah, what do you think? FFT rather. Yeah, I think I might. They look very nice. The pack seems relatively full. I think they're quite an interesting one. They look like Super Mix. You can see here on the back got various different shapes. Lemon sorbet, caramel, the white one, sweet apple, candy floss, gold. Is that gold? Oh, cola. Okay, and cherry. All right. Got an asterisk next to it for some reason. Don't know why they've all got asterisks next to them. I don't know why that is. Why have they got asterisks? What's that about? Got an asterisk. It'll probably it's really hard to read the small print on these because of the see-through thing. So it's probably an asterisk there saying it's flavour or something like that. So I can't easily see it. So I might have to look at that in the review. But, there you go. So it actually says it there. Flavours. There you go. All right. Okay. There we go. We probably knew that though. There's a new Harry Potter TV show coming. Yeah, that's what I heard. I saw they cast the guy who plays Harry Potter, haven't they? So it looks like an interesting one. I don't know whether they'll, wokeify it or whatever and stuff like that. I think that's, whether they do that. I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing or not if they do that. I feel like sometimes there's nothing wrong with just being the way it is, but these days there seems to be a bit of a problem at the moment, doesn't it? We're finding the balance, I think. So we'll see what happens, and I think it's aggregating a lot of people, really. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Yes, good, dependable Haribo. I was too young for the first wave of Harry Potter popularity, but I remember being at school and hearing people rave about it. The books and the films. People were proud to have read such long books as kids. Yes, I was a bit too I'm a bit too old, basically, I think, but I did read them. I think some of my friends read them. I did read. I quite like fantasy books anyway, so it kind of fit in that genre. And they weren't bad, actually. I thought they were pretty good. The last two books, basically the ones that concluded it, were not very good because they were never, unfortunately, just because of the nature of it, they were never going to be quite the same as the books before. But I thought they were pretty good, actually. I haven't read them for ages, but I remember enjoying them at the time. I thought they were quite good. Quite page turnish. I thought they were quite well. They had interesting topics and themes that were based on interesting things. The lady J.K. Rowling obviously was well read. You could tell she had a lot of inspiration for things, and I thought it was quite interesting. Yeah, so I thought they were pretty good, really. But as I say, I haven't read them for ages, but I feel like I enjoyed them at the time, and it's good books for kids to read, I think. So interesting one, yeah. So I definitely would recommend giving them a try, but as I say, I haven't read them for myself for a long time. I found these quite interesting ones. I got these in the Polish. I think they're Polish anyway. They look Polish. These what are they called? Well, I don't know what they're called, to be honest with you. I can't tell what that says. Fruit and something, but there's obviously chocolate-coloured fruity bits. They're all like sort of reminding me a bit like Turkish delight, maybe covered chocolate, like as in Fry's Turkish delight. So a similar kind of thing to theirs. I thought it'd be quite interesting. Maybe one for you, Andrew. So you can see there's presumably orange. I think it's pineapple. Raspberry or strawberry, probably raspberry I think. Strawberry actually, raspberry. And lemon. So there we go, yes. What's that one? Is that a grapefruit? Like a grapefruit, doesn't it, I think, right? Is that a grapefruit? I think it is, I'm not sure. But there we go. What did I say, pineapple? No, it's pineapple, isn't it? Because pineapple, it's literally got pineapple on it there. Okay. Alright, yeah, interesting, yes. Yeah, so these look quite nice, these. Thought I'd get these ones. Like I say, I can't, unfortunately. Is there an English translation on the back? Polish, there you go. Yeah. I don't think there is, so no idea what they are. Hang on, maybe there's here. Can we see anything? I think it's right at the top, unfortunately, where the bag scrunches, so I can't quite read it. Chocolate and jelly sweets. Okay, basically. Interesting ones. They look interesting, but I can't work out what the filling is. No, this is it. I can't tell either. It says jelly though. Maybe it's a bit like sort of Jaffa cake style filling, maybe. A bit bigger. So interesting one. They do look interesting. That's why I grabbed them. Sometimes some of these sweets, they don't look too bad, but they don't look anything too different than other things I've had. But these ones look quite unique. Yeah. So I thought I'd give these a go. These are Asda I got these in. So I think they look quite nice. But I think it's basically it says jelly filling. When I review them, maybe I'll have a look at this properly, I think, but it's hard to see it at the moment without opening the bag, I reckon, but it's quite difficult to see what actually it contains, but it says jelly filling anyway, so yeah, hard to see there, so I'll have to look at that when I do it, I think, but yeah, they look very nice, very different indeed, so I'm looking forward to giving those a go. Now the best two, we'll say the best two to last. Yes, interesting one. We've got the Club Layers bar. Yeah, I got this from Spar. Yeah, thanks Alan for putting me onto this one. Orange one, of course. There we go. So quite interested in these. Obviously, McVitie's are making bar forms of their sort of snack bar range. We're doing Gold and now Club. So this one looks very interesting. Looks like sort of Kit Kat chunky size again, but like the Billions bar they've done. So yeah, quite excited for that one, and hopefully they'll do a mint one as well. Poland are big on flavours. They seem to be described as chocolate-coated jelly sweets. It's Polish week at Lidl this week. They have some different fruit-flavoured chocolate bars. Interesting, alright, interesting. I might, I'll try and make it, but I don't know if I'll... Got so much in the stash already, and obviously with the holiday and things. But interesting, that one. Yeah, well, let me know if you do spot anything, Andrew. Leave a comment somewhere, and yeah, anything I can try and check out. But yeah, they do good bars. I'd say those Vidal snack bars I did a while back. I did a live review of those, so they're quite nice. Ooh. Yeah, I must say, Poland do have a good set of chocolate there. Quite lucky to have quite a lot of them in the sort of like the world food section. They've Asda's in the other supermarkets as well, so it's quite interesting. And they usually sell for a reasonable price. I think this one in that bag was about £2, something like that, and it's £2.50 maybe. It wasn't too bad. Reasonable price. And the last one, last but by no means least, the Kit Kat Chunky Funky. Yes, look at that, finally got it. Yeah, has anyone else had this one already? Probably have. I'm going to review this after this one. Yep, so pretty good. So again, 40 grams, obviously 1 gram heavier than the Club Layers bar. Now it's going to be quite warm today, you know, it's this and but I've got to review. I need to review it today so I can publish it this week before I go on holiday. So I've got to get it done. So it's top priority. This and the Club Layers bar. Maybe some of the cake ones, I'm not sure, so we'll see. From the pics online, the Club Wafer Bar seems to have much thicker chocolate than the regular Clubs. Well, yeah, this is it. You know, thank goodness, at least they got that part right, because Clubs used to be all about the thick chocolate. When I was younger, I used to nibble. I mean, I had a smaller mouth, of course, when I was younger. But I'm sure even today, you can't nibble off the chocolate on Clubs. It's just it's not thick enough at all. The chocolate on regular Clubs has gone quite thin nowadays. Yeah, definitely. It definitely used to be a thing. I'm sure when I was young as well, the Monster Munch used to be more substantial, because I remember I used to nibble off the fingers, and while you still technically can do that, they've made the hand part of the Monster Munch a lot thinner, so it's a lot harder to do. Club Bars are lunchbox classics. I was the only person I know who liked purple ones. Yeah, I think Alan liked the purple ones. Oh, there you go, Alan scrolled up to say yes. You know, wake up, Alan. Purple ones were my favourite, Andy. Yeah. I mean, I must admit, back in the day, I was not a raisin fan. I would avoid any chocolatey things with raisins in. But nowadays, I actually quite like them. I think just when I was younger, I didn't used to like bits in yogurt, bits in, you know, I didn't like fruity bits. I was never really a fan. I'm still not a massive fan of nuts in chocolate, but I don't mind. But I can, you know, make just whole hazelnuts are the ones I don't really like now. Chopped hazelnuts things I don't mind. But I don't mind fruit in chocolate now. Yeah, so I think I probably would appreciate the purple ones. But at the time, I must admit, Andy, I was one of those people as well. I didn't like them. Could you compare the Kit Kat Funky to the middle? I expect they'll taste the same. Well, it's one of those where I don't know if I've got an original one to do at the same time. This is the problem you see with the channel. It's very difficult because a lot of the things I want to sort of you know, it's so hard. There's lots of things where, you know, you think, oh, I need to review this with that or compare it. And unfortunately, there's so many different things. It's hard to sort of just, you know, review everything twice kind of thing. So I don't think I'll be able to do it with this specifically, as in have one to hand to do it. But I will sort of bear in mind whether it's, we'll try and sort of, you know, based on memory and what I remember of the other one, I'll do it that way and mention it. But yeah, that's definitely going to be something I'm going to be talking about. Yeah, so I think, to be honest with you though, I feel like it might be quite different because it's, the inside is completely, I mean, you can see there it's got white chocolate, or at least white coating or whatever, white something or other. In the middle there, it's got the cocoa filling. So I'm confident this might be pretty different, to be honest with you, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But yes, I will mention it. I will specifically say whether I think it's the same one. But it's just hard to make, because every time a new Kit Kat comes out, it'd be very difficult for me to also get another Kit Kat. And it's just one of those, you know, because it's the same with kind of everything. If I have an Aero, you know, do I then get a regular Aero to compare it? You know, like say the Aero Camel one, the Aero one, and I've got to kind of, you know, there's so much chocolate to get through. I have to kind of, you know, sometimes I might do it. Sometimes if I've not reviewed one for a while, I might review it at the same time. But then again, if I do another limited edition flavour came out, yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, I try to find a balance, and it's difficult. Some of the crazy. I don't know what's going on today. You know, goodness me, nutters and traffic outside. Live on a reasonably quiet road as well, but you know, nutters, they're nutters no matter how quiet your road is. Do you remember the regular blue clubs that were just milk chocolate and honeycomb ones? Yes, I do remember the blue ones. And I did like the blue ones actually. They had double chocolate, weren't they, or something? I can't remember what made them double chocolate. It's just that they had like a chocolate cream in or something like that. And honeycomb ones a few years ago that had the yellow wrapper. Yeah, I do remember honeycomb ones as well. Yes, they were quite interesting. There was another one as well, wasn't there? They've done a salted caramel recently, haven't they? I think there was another one. I feel like there was. Maybe there wasn't. I'm sure there was another one. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'll just go to the channel. Hopefully, we won't get any kind of music or anything playing that will cause problems. Let's have a look. Let's see. Club. Yeah, I've got a orange mint honey. I think it was a caramel one, wasn't there? I feel like it was a caramel one. Well, I did review actually. I did one of my first videos. 2017. I did the orange mint honeycomb and fruit one. And I reviewed the salted caramel, so I never reviewed just the blue one. I didn't realise I did the honeycomb at the same time there. I didn't realise it was that old either. That was me. Yes, there we go. Thank you. So, yeah, I don't what's going on. Some nuts are still beeping as well. I think what it is people who are just like to make noise, and I think my road attracts those people. Yes, American Kit Kat just ain't the same. Yeah, I've had an American Kit Kat. I don't know if I ever have actually, but yeah, American chocolate is different. It's not for everyone's taste, is it? I know the Americans love it, but yeah, I don't think I've ever found it to taste like sick. But people say it tastes like sick, don't they? So I don't know. One of those. Yeah, one of them, I think. Ah, there we go. Right, well guys, I think that's probably brought us to the end actually. I think it has, yes, the end of the stash. We've got a lot of good stash there, got good things to go. I'm going to try and review Kit Kat Chunky Funky today, the club. I've reviewed quite a lot, I've got loads of stuff, I've reviewed loads of ice creams this week and last. I'm trying to get them out for the members this week. I'm going to try and do 3 reviews this week if I can. Member 1 with an ice cream, and Kit Kat Chunky Funky and the club. I'll try and get those out this week. I want to try and get the Do You Buy Chocolate one as well. It's going to be difficult, I don't know what. I've got loads of things. So I've got one I'd like to get out as well. Difficult. Can't hear the road noises much, just the music. Well, that's good. Maybe the music's blanking it out. That's good. Unless there's a carnival going on your street, and that's what we can hear. Sometimes it can be a bit like that, Andrew, but not today, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, maybe that's quite good, yeah. But basically, sometimes I have cars revving going past. I live on quite a quiet road, but unfortunately what they've done is they've kind of cut off another road further up somewhere, so this road's become more of an accessible way to get from one point to point A to point B, and it's only a small road, so the council being annoying basically. And sometimes you just get people who just like making a noise anyway. Thanks for doing the surprise stash watch today, and have a great holiday. Oh, thank you very much. I might be able to do a live next week. I might be able to do it. It depends. What I might try and do though is use that time to potentially just get reviews scheduled for the next week. So I might not do one next week. I might use the time just to get some reviews done. So rather than doing this, I'll probably just try and do a couple of reviews, schedule them for midweek while I'm away. And yeah, I think that's probably a better idea, isn't it? I think, because otherwise, it's one of those. I could do the live as well. I don't know. I've got to draw the line. I've got to draw the line. And I think I'd need to do probably a lot of packing, a lot of things I've forgotten. I always leave things to the last minute. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. Basically, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I think if I can get some videos done at that weekend for the following week, that's probably a good thing to do. I like doing the lives as well, but it's trying to fit it all in. I'm not sure what's the best bet. Maybe I'll do a poll. Maybe I'll do a poll to see what people think. When I tried regular Hershey's milk chocolate 5 years ago, it tasted of cheap chocolate flavour. That's how I've always found it, Andrew. I've never found it to taste of sick. I've just found it to taste of cheap chocolate. But as a kid, I remember once having American chocolate, it did taste of acidic. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just changes. I don't know. A lot of people do say that, but I haven't had that acidic taste. I've always found it to taste just a bit cheaper chocolate. Really. But I'll say maybe I've just not had the right bar. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I don't know really, but let me know if you do. If anyone out there, or yourself, Andrew, anyone, just finds a chocolate that does have this sick taste, let me know, and maybe I'll give it a go and see if I find that as well. Because I haven't had that experience yet, but a lot of people said it's like that. So I've always found it just to taste of cheap chocolate. Yeah, this and the other. So we shall see. Well, yeah, right, well, there we go, guys. So if I don't do a stash, maybe not stash, a live next week, I'll see you, I won't be available the week after for sure, so then I'll see you in a couple of weeks, basically, so, 3 weeks? No, not 2, so I'll see you in 3 weeks, basically, so I think that's the gist. So next week, as I say, I might try and just to get a couple of reviews done, so I've got something midweek, basically, so it might be better, that might be a better idea, one of those. I suppose Americans said the best chocolate in America is Dove, which is basically American cats. Yeah, it's called Dove in mainland Europe as well, isn't it? I remember having that. Always wondering what on earth it was. I don't know why it's not called Galaxy. I mean, Galaxy is such a better name, isn't it? It's an infinitely better name than Dove. I would say in UK Dove is soap, isn't it, as well? So, Happy Haribo hunting. See you next time. Yes, let me know what you think of it. Well, I'll try and get the review out. I've got loads of gummy sweets to review as well. So try and get those ones done as well, I think. Harry Potter's a big name as well. Be a good one, that. Have a good holiday. Oh, thank you very much, Andrew. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. It'll be nice. It should be a good one, I think. It'll be 3 weeks will go by very quickly. I'm not away for 3 weeks, by the way, just about a week and a half, but it'll be 3 weeks between now and when I'm next on the live, I think. Glad you like the white Maltesers. It was a long wait to get those back. Yes, thank you very much, and yes, I saw that you made a comment. I've not replied to it yet. I'll try and get there later this evening, I think. But yeah, I'm sure you mentioned that you like them, so I was hopeful that you would do them. I'm glad that you do. So yeah, that's really good. Oh, great to hear. I'm glad you like the review as well. And yeah, as you say, long time coming. Strange one that they did take those away. But I'm glad they've brought them back. And it'd be nice if they do keep the dark chocolate, white chocolate and milk chocolate ones. But I think the dark chocolate ones have disappeared again, haven't they? So, you know, I would love it for me if they did a variety pack with all three, like I always say, like I do buttons as well. But they never seem to do what I want, so there we go. Maybe do sometimes, but not all. Alright guys, well take care then, have a great so I might see you next week if I can be organised enough and get loads of things done this week, but as I say, it's probably not going to happen because I've got to get videos for this week as well, so I might use next Saturday just to do a couple of reviews for midweek and the week after while I'm away, so then there's something going on, and then the week after that I'll hopefully get back to normal when I'm back, so we shall see, but yeah, so you never know, you might see me next week for another surprise one, but as I say, I'm borderline, you know, going on holiday pretty much next weekend, so yeah, difficult. And this weekend I was kind of a bit busy doing other things, that's why, so it's all coming at once basically, but I managed to find some time, so there we go. So there we are. Great to chat to you all, as I say, lovely to see you all. Hope you had a nice time in France, Scotty, as well. Great to see you, Andy. Great to see you, Andrew, of course, and Final Flames, good to see you as well. And Alan, of course, and did anyone else pop in? Hopefully I've not missed anyone. But yes, yeah, and so Andrew, Andy, Final Flame, Scotty, Alan, yes, thank you so much. Great to see you all. Thanks for all the support, by the way. Really is good to see you all. And yeah, have a great chocolate weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. See you later. Bye.